Wait, we can't blink.
Yeah, I was wondering why we were having a staring contest.
Anywho, welcome to Borough Bugs, a show hosted by two creatures without the ability to close their eyes because insects cannot do that. I'm Zach, and I have a nearly 360-degree field of vision. I can see behind me.
And I'm Vin B, and my vision is just over 270 degrees.
And this is Borough Bugs.
You can really see behind yourself?
Yeah, wanna test me?
Okay, how many fingers?
2.
Oh. Yeah, I guess you can.
Hold on a minute, why are we even talking about eyes?
Well, there's more to this borough than meets the eye.
Ah, I see what you mean.
The London Borough of Lambeth is home to none other than the London Eye, arguably one of the world's most famous Ferris wheels.
We'll get to this big ol' wheel momentarily, but for now, let's light up today's borough. Lambeth.
Have you ever noticed how the London Eye kind of looks like Vera's eyes?
I beg your pardon?
Vimby was just saying that your eyes look a bit like the London Eye.
Really? Oh, so they do. Well, if I squint, it probably looks better.
Don't hurt yourself.
Anyway, let's see what Lambeth has for us today. So many inspiring looking areas.
We're not going to be doing eye puns for the rest of the episode, by the way. But you're not wrong. Some areas, like Vauxhall, have had some redevelopment in the past few years, specifically in places like Nine Elms.
And places like Brixton, which are considered staples of London's culture, have had improvements to neighbourhoods and public areas.
Redevelopment's not entirely a recent thing, too. The London Eye on the Southbank is essentially what you could call a Y2K redevelopment.
Nobody has said that ever, and plus it opened in 1999.
Not to the public until March 2000.
Touché.
Anyway, how about we talk about London's huge eye now?
Aye aye!
Well, there it is, the London Eye!
This, according to Wikipedia, is a cantilevered observation wheel and is one of the most popular tourist attractions in the United Kingdom, and probably the most expensive Ferris wheel.
And yeah, we mentioned earlier that despite the London Eye opening on New Year's Eve 1999, it didn't open to the public until March 2000 due to a capsule clutch problem.
And each of those 32 capsules represent the 32 London boroughs. They're numbered 1 to 33, excluding the number 13, because something 13 is unlucky. Ooh, come on now.
The London Eye was initially supposed to be a temporary attraction and last until around the mid-2000s, but the operators convinced Lambeth Council to keep it running forever. So, the London Eye was granted permanent status in 2002. And honestly, it was probably for the better. You just can't imagine London today without it. I mean, just look at it. How can you not picture London with this thing?
Funnily enough, the best view to get of the London Eye is actually across the river in Westminster.
Wow, deja vu.
This is the Southbank Centre. Yes, I am starting this section off myself because I just have to mention something really funny about this place.
What is it?
The Royal Festival Hall, which is part of the Southbank Centre, has a singing lift.
What, like it's a lift that plays music? Quite a few lifts do that.
No. This lift sings as you go up it. Watch.
Well, I'll be. Anyway, the Southbank Centre, which is also right by the National Theatre, is the biggest art centre in the UK. The building itself is known for its brutalist architecture. Makes sense, as it did open in the 50s.
The Southbank Centre is, fittingly, located on the south bank of the River Thames, and since it's an art centre, there's lots of events happening here. Comedies, exhibitions, performances, etc.
There's not much else you can really say about the Southbank Centre, other than it's a performance centre. I'll just go for the singing lift. This This is the Imperial War Museum, which is actually in the borough of Southwark, but we didn't include it as we spoke about rather a lot in that borough's episode, so why not do it here? There's actually a few of these dotted around the country, and this is one of them. And, just like most London museums, this one is free, no need to book either.
This museum consists of different galleries, showcasing various pieces of history from both the First and Second World Wars, including makeshift trenches you can actually step into in the World War I gallery, where you can discover what the soldiers had to go through.
In the World War II galleries of the museum, you can take a gander at some of the pieces of propaganda from the Nazi Party. On a more serious note though, these galleries have various statements from people that were affected by these deadly wars, including some from people old enough to have gone through such hell, including survivors and war veterans.
Zach, I feel like this is getting a little bit grim.
Well, it's an important part of this country's history, and you can't just ignore history.
Well, I suppose you have a point.
We do have Remembrance Sunday on the 11th of November each year, where we have a 2-minute silence at precisely 11 AM to remember those who died in battle. Another incredibly short landmark segment.
Most of the landmarks in Lambeth, and a few other boroughs, are just churches. We can't cover mostly churches, as it would just get a bit repetitive. One of them is literally called Christ Church. Like, yes, I'm fairly certain the whole point of a church is Christ.
I personally wanted to cover the Florence Nightingale Museum, which tells the real story of Florence Nightingale, the lady with the lamp, and her involvement in the Crimean War.
Why didn't we cover it? Was it cut due to time?
No. It was. Anywho, let's move on to transport.
There's only one station in the entirety of the borough named after Lambeth, Lambeth North. However, this station is not really something to write home about. It still looks nice nonetheless.
This station's more your average tube station if anything. If you're looking for something with more grandeur, take Waterloo Station, which was once the busiest railway station in the UK.
Hang on, did you say Waterloo?
Uh-huh.
The TfL tally has shown every tube line except for one. And Waterloo is one of the stations on the missing line. Wait! Does this mean...
Oh yes. Waterloo Station is served by the Bakerloo, Jubilee and Northern lines, including one we have not covered before. Bring it down, Lucas!
I have to do everything around here.
There it is! The Waterloo and City line!
In all its glory! The Waterloo and City line. Some may say it's asinine. Only 2 stations, forth and back. It's the line with the least amount of track. The Waterloo and City line. Some may say it's asinine. Only 2 stations, forth and back. It's the line with the least amount of track.
Weekdays only.
Corporate turquoise.
Underground depot.
Come feast your eyes.
Only 4 minutes just to go one way. With this, you'll seize the day. The Waterloo and City line. Some may say it's asinine. Only 2 stations, forth and back. It's the line with the least amount of track.
Yeah. Oh, have we stopped? Alrighty then.
Phew.
Now that is how you sing about a tube line.
Agreed.
Anyway, back to more serious matters. The Northern line has the most stations in Lambeth, at 6.
And the Jubilee line and our Lord and Saviour, the Waterloo and City line, both have 1.
And the Overground line in this borough is... the Windrush line.
We mentioned earlier about Waterloo Station, which was once the busiest station in the UK, and still is in the top 5 busiest stations. This station is the terminus for South Western Railway, with train services both short and long distance, covering nowhere else but the southwest of England.
This railway takes you to places like Salisbury to Southampton, Portsmouth to Putney, Exeter to Epsom, and Weybridge to Weymouth. There's even services on the Isle of Wight.
South Western Railway was also the first railway to be renationalised on the 25th of May 2025.
Recency.
Other railways, such as C2C and Greater Anglia, have since followed suit.
Also, Waterloo Station once used to be the terminus for the Eurostar from 1994 until 2007. The final Eurostar departed Waterloo International on the 13th of November 2007, and on the very next day, Eurostar services started from St Pancras International.
The Eurostar terminus was at the far right-hand side of the station. Platforms 20 to 24 were served by it, and the entrance to the Eurostar was on this downstairs part, which is now the sidings, a commercial redevelopment within Waterloo Station.
If you look at the old Eurostar route from a map, you can see how incredibly inconvenient the journey was. It looped all the way around South London. To be fair though, the visual of a Eurostar train at Brixton of all places is kinda funny, I'll admit.
Another problem was the third rail. The Eurostar is designed to be a high-speed train, but lines with the third rail aren't supposed to exceed more than 100 miles per hour.
By the way, if you don't know what a third rail is, it's essentially an extra rail which you can see on some rail lines in London. It's mostly on train lines such as the Tube, DLR and London Overground. The third rail gives electrified trains way more power to move at fast speeds.
So, when they moved the terminus to St Pancras, they added overhead wires, and it runs way faster, even on its own line as well.
The relocation of the Eurostar has made it fit the criteria of high-speed rail service even more than before. It's also freed up congestion in Waterloo, kind of, as it's now only served by local trains.
The Eurostar platforms were eventually converted into South Western Railway platforms, albeit 11 years after the fact, in 2018 and 2019. The platforms now serve trains to Windsor, Weybridge and Reading.
There's no abandoned or disused stations in Lambeth, but there is a bus station.
Vauxhall Bus Station, which is actually intertwined with Vauxhall Tube Station itself. It's also right next to the National Rail Station, but we just spoke about SWR, so we won't repeat ourselves.
The bus station's striking feature is the two cantilevered arms sticking out of it. These arms contain 167 solar panels and power a third of the bus station's electricity. These arms have given it the nickname of the ski jump.
This bus station was actually under threat of demolition. Lambeth Council wanted to demolish this bus station and replace it with luxury tower blocks. In 2020, the demolition was approved, but the bus station is still here, so it's really anyone's guess what will happen to this bus station.
Also, right next to the bus station is probably the weirdest thing you'll ever see at a bus station. A public urinal. Right there. Just out in the open. And it probably smells terrible. We did not bother checking.
Oh yes! This is why people watch Borough Bugs. Such amazing structures. This urinal deserves World Heritage status. This is why people tune in. Am I right, Zach?
No. Nice sarcasm, though. This is absolutely foul. But... it's better than having people doing it on a building.
Fair.
Well, I guess this is what you're getting out of Borough Bugs. Landmarks, trains, trivia, and toilets. High-class quality right here, everybody.
Don't forget boats. Vauxhall has 3 river bus piers.
St George's Wharf Pier, serving Vauxhall, is served by RBs 1 and 6.
London Eye Pier, serving Waterloo, is also served by RBs 1 and 6, as well as 2 River Tour routes.
There's also Festival Pier, which is only served by a River Tour route. According to Google, this pier is permanently closed, despite it being very clearly open. I think we've exhausted enough transport trivia for Lambeth.
Speaking of trivia, let's move onwards.
Lambeth was comprised of technically 2 metropolitan boroughs. The borough to the east was the original Lambeth, and the one to the left was actually a smaller part of the original Wandsworth. If you remember from the previous episode, Wandsworth split in 2. Lambeth ended up having the smaller half, which contained Clapham and Streatham. In 1965, these 1 1/5 boroughs merged, creating the London Borough of Lambeth.
Lambeth has the highest population of gay/lesbian people in London. In 2017, the percentage of people who identified as such was 5.5%. Vauxhall is also home to the Royal Vauxhall Tavern, the oldest surviving gay venue in London.
Lambeth is twinned with 2 other places, Vincennes in France, which the Metropolitan Borough was also twinned with. It's also twinned with Brooklyn, New York, in the United States.
The population of Lambeth in 1801 was at around 34,000. In 1901, the population decupled in size to around 357,000. Unfortunately, the population does not get bigger from here. In 2024, the population is just under 317,000. It did get bigger before the Second World War happened, though.
Lambeth is home to the MI6 building at Vauxhall Cross. This building is the headquarters of the UK's Foreign Intelligence Agency. If you don't know what that means, something to do with spies. This building has been given some hilariously stupid nicknames over time, such as Vauxhall Trollop, the Ziggurat, Babylon-on-Thames, and even Legoland.
Wow, there's still spies out there.
Of course there are. Some people have got to go out there and keep everything in order.
Imagine if you're a spy. Do you think you'd be able to pull it off?
My name is Atwood. Zach Atwood.
Nah, too flashy.
Why 77?
I don't know, I like 77.
Okay.
Yeah.